to Bude, sunny-ish but cold morning. I stayed at the campsite, I don't know if you can see it just over my shoulder there. £12, it's busy, really busy now. I think there's only probably about 3 or 4 pitches left for tents. This is Widemouth Bay. Now the plan was to actually get breakfast here. I haven't eaten since leaving the campsite because this was 2 miles from the campsite, but I think I'm too early for the cafes, so I may just push on, have a sandwich and maybe stop, I think, in Crackington Haven is the next town. Just come to today's first valley. This road is what I've just come off and rejoined the path up here. I've only been on the path for a few hundred yards. I should have just stayed on the road, because I'll now go back up the road and up there pick up the path again. Coming out of Milllook there's some very overgrown sections. I mean, it's almost chest height in places. And I'm glad I bought these leggings. Does that see there? These like tight leggings things. They start at the ankle and end at the top of the thigh. That way, if it gets too warm, I can just roll them down. I've used the sleeve versions for years in the Lake District, because out on this trail, even though your body's really warm, any exposed skin just is so cold in the breeze. And they've been an absolute godsend, these leggings. There's a little bench back there I just had a rest on, and I'm glad I did. I've just walked down here and just seen this. Oh, that's a bit of a whopper, this one. Oh, that's gonna make the legs pound. All right, here we go. I've just made it to the bottom of this valley. That wasn't too bad coming down. Now I've got to get up there. Yesterday, the worst valley, I had to stop 3 times and catch my breath. I think this one could be a 4 or a 5 stop. What a wonderful place though. This is the only thing, this would be so monotonous and tiring on any other trail. But so you just stop and you can have a look out and it's the waves crashing on the rocks, and it just makes it much easier. That was tough. To be fair, I only actually stopped once, and that was to talk to a couple of guys coming the other direction. But that was so steep. Generally, that's the first time on the coast path I've actually been a little bit nervous, because that was so steep. One slip with a big pack on, if I'd have slipped backwards, I'd be gone, because you'd have been off and rolling down that cliff and onto the beach below. So I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous coming back up the other side. This is Crackington Haven. There's some cracking views in Crackington. Terrible joke, Andy. So the pub down there, let me turn this way because it's over there. The pub down there in Crackington was closed on a Tuesday, which was good, because I probably could have had a pint. And so I went to the cafe, got a pasty, can of Coke, and ordered some tea, £8.50. I thought it's not a bad price. Pasty turns up. I said, "Is the tea on the way?" She says, "He didn't ask for tea." But £8.50 for a pasty and a can of Coke is a little bit steep. But I suppose business rates. But I think it's because they got you by the balls here. There's a pub and a cafe and that's it. They'll probably charge what they want and they get it. But anyway, moving on. Got 4.5 miles now to the campsite. Probably nearer 5 by the time I get to the campsite. There's another big hill up there. Sorry, putting one stick up there. Honestly, today has been tough. It has been just as tough as yesterday. I thought it was actually 12 miles to this campsite. I just looked on the map, it's 16. No wonder I'm feeling tired. It's further than I thought. It's a tough walk out of Crackington. You come immediately up this hill and it's very steep from the other side, and then come down and then up here. But again, this section of the path, you're just rewarded with these magnificent views. But it's tough. That's real tough. I'm kind of expecting I'm just going to come around this corner and there'll be a travelator around there, like you get the airports. I'm guessing I'm probably going to find another valley. But yeah, today has been real tough. Hard work, hard walking. Not as bad as yesterday, but it's really not far off. It's only because the valleys are more spread out, but the hills, I would say, have been bigger today than they were yesterday. It's just that yesterday were more prolific. Right, onwards. Again, as you come around the corner, more big views open up. I can see Tintagel Castle just over there. I've seen it for a while. This is the first sort of good view we've had of it. I won't go on there because I have done it before 20 years ago. I mean, it's alright, it's worth a look about, but it's not worth going on again. I'm just looking to see how many more hills I've got to do. Alright, this looks like a pretty steady climb up to the top and then down for a while. Fingers crossed. Just taking a look back at where I've been, I've just noticed there's a little sea arch down there. I couldn't see coming the other way. This has been tough. Oh, at Crackington. All uphill, uphill, uphill all the way. Don't know where the campsite is, I hope it's close. I think I've got about 2 more miles. And I'm even at the top yet. Come on, Andy. There's another big hill here. And there's quite a few paths that go off up this hill, so I hope it's signposted correctly. But I think this is the way I'm supposed to go to the gate up there. It's another long climb. I'm hoping that's the last one for the day because it looks fairly downhill after that. This section is about 3 miles out of Boscastle. Another really tough section. There's some really cool views though, and some great little flat spots around to pitch a tent. I mean, even on here, got your own water supply there. I found a lovely spot down there. I thought if it was a bit later and I had more water, I'd do it. But I'm only a mile, I think I'm just under a mile away now from where I turn off for the campsite. I was going to walk into Boscastle and up to the campsite, but there's another big valley before then, and I just haven't got it in me today. Too many of them. This I would say today has easily been as difficult, if not more difficult than yesterday, because it's just the elevation of them on this side. They've been massive. The hills have been really big on this side of Bude, as opposed to Bude to Heartland. They were smaller, short and sharp. Oh wow. It's the only thing that keeps you going is the views, because this would be such a difficult walk if there was nothing to look at. That is a big steep sheer drop, that one. And it's nice to actually see some seagulls down there where they should be, instead of in your local town centre picking up some dirty kebab someone dropped on a Saturday night. But more hills, more hills, more hills, more hills. I'm hoping I don't miss this turn off for the campsite, because that would mean one more big valley. I thought I was lacking energy, but back there I had to go through a cow field. And halfway through I realised there was a big bull in the middle of it. I found some energy for that field. Quick marched across the thing. I'm absolutely beat today. 16 miles, and I think it's actually taken me longer than the 14 miles yesterday. And I started an hour earlier, you see. I'm sure I got into Bude at 4:30 yesterday. It's now just gone 4, and I started an hour earlier this morning than I did yesterday. So I think that just shows that whilst being only 1 mile longer than yesterday, the hills have just been that much harder. I'm glad it's done. I should really have gone another 2 miles on, but there means another big valley to go up and down. I haven't got it in me. I've still got to go up a big hill here, but it's just road walking now. I can live with that for a bit. So I'm going to sign off for the day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks very much.